What's up, everybody? As you saw today, we have got a Ford Raptor in the shop, and let's take a look at some of this paint back here that I noticed while I was doing the detailing and decon portion. Do you see a difference? Yes? No? Well, if you can't, I mean, sort of look at the beams there. You see how that's really defined through the gloss, and this one's sort of fuzzy? Well, what you're looking at there is a satin finished fender flare and then the gloss paint. Why is this important? Because I need to know something. I need to know, is that a aftermarket wrapped fender, or is that painted, either aftermarket or factory? Well, turns out I contacted the client and it is a factory satin finish painted fender flare, straight, well, like I said, factory finish. That's how it came, along with this Ford logo back here. So the reason that's important, as you've learned from previous videos, if it's a wrap, that means a different product. But because it is the factory paint, we can go ahead and just throw on the Ultra, which he's getting on the rest of the truck. But that also means we're not gonna do any paint correction here. We've already done the decon process. I'm actually gonna tape all of this off. So while I am, and see, it starts getting into some really funky stuff here whenever you have all these different stickers and everything. It's like, this is straight matte. This is a matte finish. There's no gloss on that at all, not semi-gloss, nothing. That outline in black on Raptor. So this is where a fun tool that I've recently purchased will come in very handy. That's this guy right here. The Flex PXE 80. It's a little bitty battery operated 1-inch little polisher. So I'll be able to get in here, do the paint correction I need to do inside of that, and be very precise, because rotaries are just straight rotary. If you understand how rotary or dual action works, then you understand, but dual action's not great for in spaces like that because it's dual action. It's going all over the place, making random patterns. This is direct, sort of surgical, and gotta have the right tools for the job. That's why this stuff costs so much to get done, because it takes a skill set to do it and tools to get it done. This guy right here, by itself, all it came with was this, 2 batteries, and a few different heads on it. I think it was a battery charger too. I mean, you're looking at, I think it was $500-600 bucks, somewhere, maybe 4. I don't know, it's between $400 and $600 bucks. I can't even remember right now. But then there's also these little guys. I didn't buy this. Where's my bag? Here's my bag. You know what? Let's do this. This will help. I got a truck right here. Let's use the tailgate. All right, so this little guy, you can buy these. Not necessarily in the brand that you want or the finish that you want. These little 1-inch guys that go on here to do this are real expensive because they're so small. Well, what I did instead is I bought a punch set, which is, for me, just part of the cost of buying this, because I can punch my own now. I have 3 different size punches. It's a little 1-inch. I just take my bigger pads, the ones that I want to use, and I just punch it out of that. Way more cost effective. So all of that goes into the cost of this. So really, and this punch kits, punch set, whatever, I think that was like $275 alone. I mean, this is some, granted, this is some high quality stuff right here. This is heavy, high quality stuff. So all in all, really, this tool cost me upwards of $700 to $800. Maybe six to $700. Point is, not cheap, especially when you start talking about percentage of time that is actually used. It's a surgical tool. It's a super niche tool that you don't even use on every single vehicle. Granted, it is becoming a more useful tool with these new designs of cars, especially around the front end grille areas. Lexus, all these, they're starting to get all those little bitty grooves and angular just stuff. You can't get in there really well with anything but something like that. You don't necessarily have that one. There's extensions, which is something I'm gonna play with. I'm gonna get another 3-inch and get an extension for it that goes down to 1 inch, and that one will just be a 1-inch tool as well. I'm gonna battle that against that to see how it goes. Point is, all of that was said. Some people wonder why these types of services at a high level, high professional level, cost so much. Again, you know what tool you think I'm gonna need to use to do this properly? Do these little angles properly. Look at that. All these little areas. I could probably do that. This piece with a 3-inch. I'm gonna need a 1-inch for that. I wanna talk to you about something that we haven't really talked about at all, and that's some stuff on the interior, all right? Because obviously whenever I'm doing these ceramic coatings and doing the paint correction and everything, I do an interior detail and get everything in there looking really good. There's a lot of times where my clients that get these kinds of stuff, they really care about the cars and they keep them clean at a higher level than most people. But the issue is the products that you're using on the interior of your vehicle. First off, stop using Armor All. Not sure if that's what was used here, but it was definitely something with that adds gloss to your finishes. The interior up here, especially the dash, should be a matte finish. Leathers, vinyls, things like that, they're only shiny for 2 reasons. Because they're dirty from grease from your fingers and your elbows and stuff around these areas, or you or another detailer used a cleaner that has like waxes, or a lot of, not necessarily waxes, but like polymers. It's like a polymer based cleaner, because Armor All did a really good job back in the day making people think shiny meant clean. On the exterior, on the paint, yes. Interior, no. Vinyls, leathers, things like that, naturally are a matte finish. When you first buy your vehicle, it's not shiny, it's matte. And that's the way it should be. So let me show you this real quick. Well, looking at it through the camera, it doesn't look like it's picking it up as drastically as, oh yeah, here you go, you can see it here. So this is what everything looks like before I clean it. This is after I clean it. You see how shiny this is? None of this should look that shiny. One, it'll cause a glare into your eye, which isn't good when driving. And 2, it's just not protecting anything. I guess Armor All and all these other companies made it feel like shiny reflects the sun and it's gonna help protect it. That's not necessarily the case. This product I have on the right side right here, the G-Technic Tri-Clean. This gives you the proper finish and look, and it protects it, and it adds antibacterial properties. I don't know what this is. It's sort of reminding me of either a Meguiar's like wipe or Armor All. None of those things are good, all right? So don't use those quick little pull out things like the little tube and wipe and all those. It's just not the right stuff. It's not gonna give you the right protection, and anything. I'm gonna show you one more over here just to sort of drive the point home. All right, so you can clearly see this side has been cleaned with the Tri-Clean, and this is the polymer-based whatever he's using. You can see it go all the way up here. You see the line right here. Properly cleaned, polymer cheap stuff. And I can definitely feel it. Like here, I have more grip, and right here I can feel it. Like, not pushing any harder. You can hear the friction. Like I'm just sliding. You see? I mean, I'm as soon as I hit that line. Getting this stuff, the Tri-Clean from G-Technique, is not that much more expensive, if more expensive at all, because it takes less product of this, of the good stuff, to actually clean your seats properly and keep them cleaner longer. The more you know. I'm here to educate you. All right, now while I haven't tried this method yet, I'm gonna do it today. So let's go ahead and get it taped up. Well, I'll be damned. That works pretty well. I see why people do it. I mean, yeah. Now, I know that someone out there sees this piece right here, like, oh my gosh, that one's not taped up, and look, you gotta do all. I'm pretty sure that I can lift the hood and pop that out pretty easily. If I can't, I'll tape it, whatever. But the real trick is, see if this really worked well, is did it do both sides? That's the time saver there. Huh. The snap works every time. I like it. All taped up, ready to go. Got yeah, good stuff. All right, so I'm gonna go see if I can pop those two little vents out on each side. If not, I'll get them taped up. I'll even do that myself. I won't use a snap method for it. And that's it. Time to get some paint correction. All right, so let's discuss why we're not gonna be really doing a bunch of theatrics and my normal stuff I like to do. To make this short and sweet, I had started Friday, and in a matter of about 24 to 48 hours, had a golf ball size lymph node infection under my right armpit. Went to a dermatologist, got some antibiotics. Today, Monday the 7th, this morning, had to get it cut out. So everything's gone, everything's good. I got gauze stuffed in there, all that good fun stuff. But I'm in a lot of pain. So just don't have, not in the mood to do all the video and everything. So I just need to focus on getting the job done. But I did want to show you this. I guess first, let me give you a little background. There's lots of times where I have clients during the bidding process will ask me, well, so-and-so told me that I can get it done, that he can get it done for cheaper because he'll only do a one-step paint correction. It's like, he doesn't think it would need it. Well, you really never know until you get the vehicle in front of you and you see what the paint is telling you. That's just how it works. There's no other way to say it. The same car that's even the same production year might give you two different outcomes and may need different approaches to get it to where you want it. Be the same color, everything. And this is why, or let me show you why there's such a difference between a one-step and a two-step. Focus on are these B pillars on this side, and then I'm gonna show you the other side, okay? So this is what these B pillars looked like before. All right, pretty gnarly, pretty bad. This is an after. I've already done everything on this side. But remember this, okay? Now this is what it looks like after the first step of compound has been done, all right? Looks pretty good. I mean, comparatively, although that marring and everything's gone, but you see those little like sun circle things right there? That's because of the compound process. That's buffing, like remnants of compounding all of that stuff out. But if you do a second step, which is a polish, you get this. Okay, so you see the difference there? 1 step, 2 step. Now sometimes on paint, especially a paint job like this one, this is metallic gray, it can be really, really hard to see that cloudiness. It takes a really well-trained eye and really good lighting to find it and get it out and all of that. That's not to say that there aren't times where a 1-step paint correction is the right call. But you never really know that for sure until you get your hands on the car. And whenever it comes to putting a ceramic coating on, you don't want that cloudiness, because once that cloudiness is on there and you put the ceramic coating on, it's sealed in there. The only way to get that cloudiness out is to compound the ceramic coating off, then do the whole process over again. So, a little more education for you. You know, that's what I'm about. I want to educate you. That way you can get the best service you want for the budget you have. But you don't know what that budget is until you know exactly what it cost to get it. So that's all I have left to do. I just didn't finish that so I could show you that. And as far as the rest of the truck is concerned, all I have left to do is put the ceramic coating on. Well, take all this tape off, put the ceramic coating on, and I'm done with this one. And yeah, that's it. So the more you know, the easier it is to make a good, qualified decision. Until the next one, see you later.